What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Hope we're all doing really well. We are melting in the UK at the minute. It's so hot here. It is ridiculous, and I've been super busy as well. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. So we have a 4-4-1-1-2 formation in front of you, and it is a meta formation, and these are the players that we used. So yeah, we kind of utilised everything we had in our club. So every player here we kind of used over the weekend league, evoing some players as well, just trying some players out. Allison is probably the best goalkeeper in the game at this point in time. Taram is a very, very, very good box to box CM as well, so that's why he's in there. And yeah, I've just kind of gone back to using my Rafinha. I'm obviously evoing Yoro and I'm evoing Mbappe because those are the two best players for me, and I will be using them long term in this type of squad. So this 4-4-1-1-2 we completely used in the weekend league, and the gameplay footage that you're going to see before we get into how this is all set up was actually done by my son. So my son did the weekend league for me because I didn't have time to finish it. So I think I played one game myself and the rest of them he played. He used my squad, my players, my setup, everything else like that. He went unbeaten in the weekend league. Um, Not sure if I would have gone unbeaten, but I would like to say that I would have gone 11, 12 wins possibly, because this formation is absolutely solid. So let me stop talking. Let me jump into the gameplay. You will see all the weekend league game clips that we have, that we've recorded, and then yeah, at the end of the video, I'll show you how I have this bad boy set up. So yeah, this was the only game I managed to play unfortunately, in my weekend league due to lack of time, really. So I managed to score a nice goal with Kaka, um, and that was it. I scored the goal with Kaka. We went to half time, and the guy quit on me in my very first game in FutChamps. Had he not quit on me, maybe I would have played a few more, but unfortunately, yeah, time was just against me. Trying to get this video out and trying to get this formation out. So yeah, from now on, everything you see is my son's footage, and the difference, I suppose, between him and me is he can do the agile dribbling a lot better than me. So he can do that really close control with the left stick. I haven't found the right way in doing it for me. Because I'm an older player, I find it very difficult to use the left stick like slowly, if that makes sense. Um, Whereas it takes a little bit more finesse with the left stick to do that agile dribbling, and I just haven't got that down. So yeah, that is pretty much the only difference. The formation, the tactics are exactly what you're going to see, is what we've set it up with. And the crazy thing about the weekend league, and a lot of you guys can relate to this as well, is look at the scoreline there. It goes 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-3, 4-4, 5-5, 6-6. We've all been in that position where the goals just keep going backwards, and you just think, when's it going to end? And a lot of people tend to get frustrated and quit, put their controller down, whatever. It happens a lot. I'm guilty of it. Other players are guilty of it. However, with these type of formations, you can see now it's 5-5 and it's a weekend league game, and I know my son's getting frustrated. I know it. I'd just love to hear what he's saying at this point in time, because I can imagine the language he's using in this situation. But these formations are there to help you out. These formations are there to kind of give you an edge regardless of the scoreline. If you're, 7-5, boom. There, for example, it's just because you're 3-0 up and then your opponent comes back and makes it 3-3, you're going to get frustrated. But these formations are there for a reason, and these formations do work, hence why you watch these videos and hence why you search for these videos. And not only that, if you look at the pros, everybody kind of uses a different setup, everybody kind of uses a different way of setting their team up. That's quite soft, I know, but it doesn't matter, because the formation is what makes a massive difference. Now, you could argue that and say, well, hang on a minute, if you've got this player and that player, you're guaranteed extra wins. Not necessarily. So in the weekend league, you come up against a lot of top meta players. I've come up against, the 99 Mbappe. I came up against the 98 Allisons. I've come up against the 97, Charltons and Hullets, and I've come up against all these meta players, and if you don't have the right system and you don't have the right setup and you're just using it on balance and using everything on default, it kind of, you do eventually get outplayed. It's very rare that you can find an opponent that is like, that doesn't need any of that. Very rare. So for people like myself that wants the extra wins, that wants the weekend league rewards, and you've seen some of my rewards if you've watched these videos before, the 96 Vinnies and players like that. If you want those rewards, then you're going to have to set your team up to play for those rewards. And I could show you a team full of golds that would play very similar with the custom tactics and way it's all set up. So I just wanted to throw that out there and say you've got to persevere. You can't just try these formations and these tactics out for 3 or 4 games. You have to be consistent, which is why it takes me a week to get each individual video out there to you guys, because that's how long it takes to test these formations and to get the games under my belt to make sure what I'm telling you is correct. Sometimes I try a formation that doesn't work, and I could have played 15-20 games and wasted my time and it doesn't work. Those are the videos you'll never see because it's pointless. But when we throw these videos out there, one thing I will guarantee everybody that watches these videos is I will play a minimum of 30 games and my son will play a minimum of 30 to 40 games as well on the PS4 and the PS5. So we are hitting this 2 ways and we are playing in excess of 80 games to make sure the information that we're giving out is correct and to make sure that what we're saying is correct, because it's easy for people to go, you're just picking out the best bits. Okay, fair enough. But we are testing these as much as we possibly can. If you guys want to see those 80 games that builds up to it, then fine, we can make videos to suit. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there and say, this isn't done on a whim. This isn't done out of 5 or 6 games, because in 5 or 6 games anything can happen. So for example, I've just recently changed broadband provider. I've got exactly the same speed, I've just got a different router now, so I've had to change some stuff. Yeah, a lot of goals scored with this formation, a lot of goals, not many goals conceded in this either, which is pretty nice, and you can see how high up people are still playing, so this makes life so much easier getting in behind. But let me show you how I have this set up, and yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah, got to give a massive shout out to my son for finishing this weekend league for me, Taylor. It's been, really appreciate his help, and obviously it makes a massive difference to getting these videos out. So not only you can see it from an older gamer's point of view, because I'm quite old to be playing this game, but compared to my son, who is half my age, that plays the game as well, you can kind of go back through the videos and see we have a very similar style, very similar setup. So what I love about this formation, it actually looks like a 4-2-3-1, but it isn't a 4-2-3-1. Obviously it's a 4-4-1-1. So we have the 2. So the midfield is slightly different to the other 4-4-1-1. We have it on balance. We have it on aggressive 95, because there is no point in sitting back anymore in this game. Everybody has some amazing players, so that is what we've done. And yeah, let me show you how I've got it set up. So we have the left back and right back on full back and defend. We have goalkeeper on sweeper keeper. We have our best DM, deep line playmaker, defend. We have our CM on box to box and balance, because you need that support. So ideally in this role here, you do want a very, very good box to box player. So like a Thuram, a Zidane, a Fernandez, a Kuna, those type of players you want in that particular position there. And your wingers, it doesn't really matter, providing they're pacey and they can get in behind. So we have obviously Rafinha is one of the best wingers in the game, inside forward, balanced. Obviously Cruyff, meta player, inside forward and balanced. The cam we have on shadow striker and attack. Butcherguino, if you didn't do him, why didn't you do him? What an insanely good card that is. And then of course we have probably the best striker in the game, which is Mbappe, who we have not finished evoing yet, so that is going to be interesting to see what he looks like. And with the ball, it looks like this. So the only way I can describe this formation in a nutshell is it plays like a 4-2-3-1 type of scenario, but you have the added bonus of the wingers cutting in and making it a tighter striker. So effectively, when you're in attack, you have 3 strikers, and then you have the cam, your 4th striker, just sitting in slightly behind. And if you go back and watch the gameplay footage, if you haven't watched it already, you will see the cam position is probably the most important position on the pitch, because those late runs, those if the striker has the ball and gets tackled, 9 times out of 10 your cam will pick that ball up and he's in bags of space, and he'll get you those extra goals. And that is what happened in this weekend league. Butraguino outscored my Cruyff, Rafinha and my Mbappe because of those late runs. And not only that, we also had the support from the CM, who scored a few, and of course the DM, that was the late runner in the box as well, that got a few goals also. So there is goals all across that front five, and that is what you want, because, or front six should I say. It is just, yeah, it's just a really good formation, and it's here to stay for me. Now, there's your code there. I'll just show you that quickly. Thoughts and opinions on the next one. I know what formation I'm going to rock on the next one because it has to be done. But the squad, what kind of squad do you want to see me use this time? Because I'm using this squad in front of you now, but if we go across to my other squad, we have this team as well. So we have all these icons not being used, and I feel like I need to kind of use them, try them out, see how they play, and of course the bench is also stacked as well with players. So yeah, I'm not going to use the 4-4-2, so we can scratch that, but I'm going to use these players. Do you want to see these players in the next formation? Let me know in the comments below. If not, I'm just going to carry on with the shapeshifters, the footies players and things like that. But it'd be really interesting to see how you guys want to see, or what you guys want to see next. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comment section below what you want to see. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to my son again for the great footage that he got. And until next week, everybody take care and look after themselves.